Hi everyone, so we just had our phone interview to start the whole process and it went really well. We were so happy with this agency and they were really kind. They're a small Christian agency. That was even one of their questions, like, are you okay with us being a Christian agency? And of course we are. So we went ahead and finished the phone interview and it went great. They wanted to mail us a packet, but since we are so close to the agency, I told them we could pick it up, and we just did. So we have so much to work on. We have applications to fill out. We have CPR classes to take, and we have training classes to take, fingerprinting to get done the next a lot of weeks, but we're really excited. And we'll update you guys on just the rest of the process as we go. Today was like a big step for us, though, finally calling and getting the interview and now having the packets. So we're really excited and we'll let you guys know how we're doing in the next few weeks. Hi everyone, I just wanted to give a little update on what's been going on in our family. So the last few weeks we started our journey with becoming foster parents. We had an interview and we did well, I guess. And we picked up our first packet of 2 that we're going to have to complete, and we just completed the first packet, so we're going to turn that in. Then we'll have to do some parenting classes. I think it's 12 hours total that we have to do. And then we'll get our second packet, which we should be able to go through pretty quick. This last packet had so much detail. We had to go through our health history, our finances. It was a lot of paperwork. It's like signing for a house. Like, there's so many papers and so much we had to do. Physicals, dentist. I mean, they just want to make sure that you're a safe family and that you're healthy. So the next packet will they'll come to our house and make sure that it's safe and clean. And then we have the fire department come out and make sure that our smoke detectors work. So there's a lot of things still to do, but we're really excited about how it's going. And know for a lot of people, especially our friends and people close to us, is kind of shock about finding out that we're becoming foster parents and trying to get licensed. But we've thought about it for about a year, so it's been almost a year that we've been praying about becoming foster parents. We have told our family and of course our pastor. We've been counseling with him, and we wouldn't do it if he felt different than we do. So he is for us. So that was a big part of the Lord reassuring that we are supposed to do this. And we told 2 other people besides our family and our pastor because we needed them for references. So besides that, everyone else still does not know until this video and until we announced it to our friends. Just because we wanted to make sure that this was what we're supposed to be doing, and we didn't want to be telling everyone, and then if we felt like the Lord was telling us no, then we have to go back and tell everyone no, we're not doing it. So now you know, because we're letting everyone see this video. So we're really close to getting licensed. Once we get licensed, we'll be able to accept children. What they do is they call and say, I have a baby that's this age. We're only accepting babies 2 and under at this point, we feel like that's what's best for our family. And it could be 2 days after we get our license, it could be 2 months, it could be 7 months, so we never know when they will call or how long it will be before we get a placement, and we don't know really how long they'll be with us. They could be short-term or long-term depending on their family situation and what's going on with their birth parents. Our goal, a lot of people are asking us if we're in it to adopt, and we are not against adopting, but we're not in it to adopt necessarily. Our goal and the goal of foster care is to reunite the children with their parents always, and to see those families restored. And personally, as a family, we are hoping to see those families restored and, work with the birth parents that they can get their lives back together if it's possible and if they're willing to try. And ultimately, they're not going to be restored until they have, the Lord in their life. And we're hoping through some of these situations we can show them God's love through caring for these children, but also showing them how their lives can truly be restored. if they have Jesus in their lives. So pray with us about that. We're praying now for these kids and their families. Sometimes it's really sad situations that come from where it takes a long time and a lot of grief for everything to work out. And we know that. We've been preparing ourselves. We know that we could be getting into some really sad situations. But we're also happy to, be a family that will love on these kids no matter how long they're in our home, and take them in as our own, and just show them that someone does care while they're stuck in this situation, they had nothing to do with. So just pray with us through everything. I know everyone has a lot of questions. We've already had some comments that weren't even kind. And some people, they have a bad thought process about foster care, and it has a bad rep. And there are situations where people abuse it, and it is a broken system, but we're hoping just to be a light, I guess, for these kids, some of these kids that are coming through our home. So just be in prayer for us. I know it's a lot for us. A lot of people say, wow, 4 kids, how are you going to handle it? It's crazy. You already have 3. We know. But we feel like this is what the Lord's leading us to do, and so we're going to do it. And we're just thankful that we can be a family that helps out some of these kids. And if you have any questions, you can comment or let me know. And we're going to try to keep updating through YouTube, just because becoming licensed to become foster parent, I've been scouring the internet for other foster moms. On Instagram, I'm hashtag foster care, hashtag this is foster care, just looking for other foster moms and what they're going through. And then on Pinterest, I have this huge board full of, what did you have to go through to become licensed? What was your home study like? What questions did they ask you? There's so much you want to know, and a lot of times it's hard to find, and people aren't really open with what's going on in their lives as foster parents. So we wanted to be open and hopefully share the need for foster care, foster parents, and not everyone's going to be a foster parent, but there's a lot of ways you can help foster kids and help foster parents while they're doing what they're doing. So we'll be updating you guys with videos here and there, and just keep us in your prayers and let us know if you have any questions. I know it is, even when we were asking the few friends that to be references, they had a lot of questions, and they were shocked because we have not mentioned this to anyone, and all of a sudden we're saying, hey, we're licensed to be foster parents. So yeah, I know it's a big shock for everyone, but we felt like that was best to keep it like that until now. So just pray for us and let us know how yeah, I don't know. I'm really nervous when I do these videos, but thank you for watching, and we'll be updating you guys as our family keeps going through foster care, and yeah, as we learn, we want to post it. And I know that'd be good and bad to post, but we want others to know just how our journey is going and what it's like to be a foster family. So thank you so much. So I wanted to give a little update about the process of becoming licensed for foster care. It's been exactly 1 month and 8 days since we picked up our first packet, and they want to have us licensed by September 18th, so that will be in 10 days from today. So the next 2 weeks we have a lot of classes planned. Tomorrow I go to get my CPR done. We did have to fill out quite a few questionnaires that were very personal. A lot of the questions, there were so many questions and they seemed kind of redundant, so it just gave me a headache in the end, because we're like, wow, there's a lot of information they want to know, which is good. They want to make sure that you don't have any past history that could affect becoming foster parents, but it was a lot to go through. Both Steve and I had to do some together, some separate, and we can't show each other the questions. On Monday we have someone coming to our house to interview us together. We're going to have a total of 3 home interviews. One is together, which is Monday. We'll have one where we have to be separate and they'll ask us questions. And they record everything, so it makes you extra nervous. This is the part that I'm most nervous about, is the home interviews. Not because we have anything to hide, but just because it's nerve-wracking to be questioned. And then they have the last interview. It's really just a home inspection where they're coming to see that your house is clean, that you have all your medicine in a lockbox, that you have all of the cabinets locked up for like with cleaners. And we've had that done for a few months now, so I'm not worried about the house part. So 10 more days, and they said we probably will be licensed by then. Like I said, we have no idea how long after we get our license. We'll have to wait to get a placement. It could be a few days, a few weeks. We are only accepting children under the age of 2, so that kind of limits who we're accepting, so it could be a further wait time for us. But that's everything for now, and we'll keep you updated as soon as we get our license. And we're going to be letting everyone know right after we get our license about this. But I just wanted to update about the process, just in case anyone else is interested or just questioning. I had a lot of questions at the beginning. I did not know what the whole process was. I was even emailing people yesterday asking them like what to expect at the home interview, and some people said that their home interview took like 3 hours each one, which was a crazy amount of time. But when I spoke to the man on the phone yesterday from the agency, he said he would only be here about an hour on Monday, so that was a relief. So I'll let you guys know on Monday how that interview went. Done with my CPR training, so that's one more thing off the list. And now we're sitting in the car about to go to the park. Hi, Carter. Eating peanut butter and jelly. So we just finished our first home visit, and originally we were told that there's 3 home visits, but they did 2 in 1 today. So they went through our house just quickly to see if our water is the right temperature, to make sure that we had fire and carbon monoxide detectors. And they just walked through really quick through the house. They asked a few questions to the kids about their excited about us taking in children. And then they went for about 40 minutes and asked Steve and I different questions where they just wanted to fill in some of the gaps of the questionnaire that we had filled out online. So it really was easy. They made us feel at home. I was very, very nervous about it, but I'm glad it's over. They said they do have to do 2 interviews in a home, but since we finished everything today, on Wednesday they're just going to come by and have us sign a few papers, and then they'll leave because we already finished everything, so that's good. On Friday and next Monday we have our last 2 classes, and then we'll be licensed. And they said expect to call anytime after, because they have so many children in need. They said last year alone that they had over 600 children that they could not place because they didn't have enough resource or foster families. So I said there is a big need, so to expect a call, and we passed with flying colors, so that's good. Our house was of course clean. Everything was up to code. I think it was a little more than what they actually needed even, so that was good. We didn't have to have a fire marshal come out like we originally thought. They just checked it themselves, and yeah, so everything's moving very fast, so we should be licensed next week. And it took just a little over a month with all the paperwork for us to get licensed, so we're very happy with the agency and the people that work there. They're very close-knit, very helpful, so I'll keep you guys updated.